Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the War Train here, and in today's video, I'm going to show you guys part 2 of the 2 parts pickup video. Now, if you haven't seen part 1, definitely go check that out first. And now, if you have seen it, here we go guys, we're going to finish this up. Man, I have got some excellent stuff to show you guys, some real heavy hitters and things that I have wanted in my collection for quite a long time. But before we get into that, if you guys are new to the channel and you're not already subscribed, think about subscribing guys. And if you enjoy this video, you know what to do. Please give it a thumbs up. But with that out of the way guys, let's check out these pickups. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is the thrift store pickups. Man, I drove by yesterday and I seen the place was just mobbed with people, so I stopped in and seen they were doing a 50% off store-wide sale, which explained all the people. So I had to go see if I could find any, great deals on some new games. And man, I'm glad I stopped by there. So first off, for the PS3, I got Infamous 2, an absolutely fantastic franchise by Sucker Punch. This, unfortunately, not a complete copy, but still a great find. The next one is Quantic Dream, is the developer. They make fantastic games, and this is Heavy Rain for PlayStation 3. I used to have this game, when it was a brand new game. Unfortunately, I sold it years back. Glad it found its way back to me. This one is a complete copy, I believe. I can't remember if there was more stuff in there or whatever, but regardless, really cool. And as you can see, this isn't the original case for this game. This is actually a greatest hits case, but I'll just swap it, but still a really cool pickup. The next one, absolutely great franchise. Everybody knows this franchise because the games are harder than hell, and that is Dark Souls 2 for the PlayStation 3. I currently did not own this game, so I was glad I found this. This is not a complete copy though, but still, I'm glad to add this to the collection. This next one, an absolutely great find. I love these games. I probably already own this game on some platform, and that is Batman Arkham City. These Batman games, absolutely fantastic. And this is a complete copy. So definitely glad I found Batman Arkham City. Now move into original Xbox games that I found. Now these are in just mint condition. I was shocked when I seen how just clean and just great looking the discs were. There was like no scratches on them. I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm grabbing these. So the first one is Fight Night Round 3. Absolutely love the Fight Night series. I wish they put out some new games. Don't know why they don't make them or whatever anymore. I don't think they've done one in quite a while, but absolutely great franchise. And this one, unfortunately, missing a manual, but that's okay. Glad to add this to the Xbox collection. The next one, another fantastic franchise, SSX 3. Absolutely fantastic snowboarding games. This is a complete copy, so just awesome find there. This next one is one I've been looking for quite a while. I want to say I used to have this in my collection, early on when I first got my original Xbox, but whatever, through the years, it just disappeared. And that is Crimson Skies, an absolutely fantastic game. A lot of people mention this when you talk about original Xbox because it is a great game. And this one is a complete copy. So what a hell of a great find. And an absolute classic for the system. And back in the day, one of the reasons for owning one, and that is the original Halo Combat Evolved. Absolutely fantastic find. Like I said, these are like mint condition, so really happy to have found this. This one is one that I didn't have in my collection, so glad to have this one back in the collection, guys. And now this last one is an Xbox 360 game. Another one I currently didn't have in the collection, so this was actually one that I've been looking for. I've seen it before, but I was holding out for a good copy, and I finally found one. And that is Halo 3. Absolutely fantastic game, and as you can see, this one is complete. So what a great find. I was really happy with this trip to the thrift store. As you can see, some absolutely fantastic titles there. Alright, so moving along, I'm going to show you guys my newest amiibo pickups. As you can see, I collect amiibos. Anybody that watches the channel knows that I do. I have so many of these damn things, but I added some more. So let's see what I got. So these are some of the newest ones that just came out for Smash Brothers. And here is Terry Bogard. Absolutely fantastic, character. Really cool that they added Terry Bogard to Smash. And really awesome that all their characters get amiibos, because these things look awesome. They're super detailed. I just love collecting them because they're basically pieces of art at this point. The next one, a fantastic character, comes from just a great game, Fire Emblem Three Houses, and that is Byleth. This is the character you would play as in Fire Emblem Three Houses. If you haven't played that game, this is the character you play as, is Byleth. You could also be a female character as well. I don't know if they'll wind up making a second amiibo that is a female. I know they've done that with some of their characters, but nevertheless, super cool to have Byleth finally in my amiibo collection. Such a detailed character. Looks awesome. And I'm sure this one is gonna sell like crazy, and this is Banjo-Kazooie. Really, really cool to see Banjo-Kazooie have an amiibo. This one, it just fits, considering this at one point was a Nintendo character before Microsoft bought Rare, but absolutely awesome to, have Banjo come back to Nintendo, but to have an amiibo as well, just absolutely awesome. So this next one is one from Animal Crossing, and it's one that I didn't have in my Animal Crossing collection. And this is the 3-pack with KK, the dog, and Cyrus and Reese. I love this character. KK, the dog, jams out on the guitar in the game and stuff. One of the cooler characters in my opinion. For whatever reason, in the past, I didn't pick up this amiibo. I should have when it was dirt cheap, this 3-pack. I actually believe I had it in a shopping cart a couple of times. But just for whatever reason, seen something else, put it back. But now I almost have all of them. And I figured I'm just going to get all of them. So now that I have this, there's only one amiibo that I'm missing for Animal Crossing, which is Timmy and Tommy. So eventually I will get them and complete the Animal Crossing amiibo set, but really happy to have this 3-pack in my amiibo collection. And I also got another Smash character amiibo. A character that in Smash, definitely not one that I really like to play as, just because I don't think he's that good of a character to play as. I usually get my butt kicked with him, and that is Olimar. This is an amazing looking amiibo. I was actually shocked how much I like this in person. Just wearing that space helmet and stuff really looks cool when you see it in person. So really happy to add Olimar to my amiibo collection. And another one that I've wanted for quite a long time. I don't think I've seen this guy since he was like brand new, and that is Boo. Now Boo is an amiibo that does glow in the dark, so absolutely awesome amiibo. Glad to finally add this one to the amiibo collection. And now I'm going to show you one that I didn't get for the longest time just because, well, at first I wasn't collecting amiibos the first time I seen them, and honestly I figured if I did wind up picking it up, I'd see it. I thought it'd be like a pretty common one, and man was I ever wrong. And that is Poochy, the Yarn Poochy, like the Yarn Yoshis. These, Poochy amiibos are pretty damn pricey these days. So I figured I'd pick one up now before the price even went up higher on these things, which it's crazy because like I remember seeing these in Best Buy. I thought they looked cool, you know, just kind of a goofy character or whatever, but I thought it'd be a common amiibo. At the time I didn't know a whole lot about amiibos, but you know, now that I collect them, this was one that I've been looking for or, you know, trying to get for a while. It just was so damn expensive these days, but I decided to finally pull the trigger and pick this guy up. So glad to add Poochy to my amiibo collection. And I couldn't leave out this guy. And that is the Mega Yarn Yoshi. This I wanted for quite a long time. And man, this thing is not cheap. You know, I've been looking at this for a couple of years now, and you know, I should have got it when I first looked at it. I thought it was expensive then, but man, how that rised quite a bit since then, that price. This thing is really not cheap. So, you know, combined, yeah. This definitely a little painful, but glad to have these finally in my collection. I've wanted to, you know, complete my Yarn, I guess, Yoshi amiibo collection for quite a while. So now having these does complete it. Now I have all the different color Yarn Yoshis. I have the Poochy, and I do have the Mega Yarn Yoshi, which was a Toys R Us exclusive, which is why it is, you know, a rare amiibo, but also a super expensive amiibo. It's definitely a sought after one because I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's the biggest one there is. I think that the next one up in size is probably like, you know, maybe Detective Pikachu, or maybe like the, I think there's some Monster Hunter ones that are pretty big with dragons, and also the Guardian amiibo. But absolutely fantastic that I finally got this guy in the collection. Alright, so the next thing I want to show you is some stuff that I picked up for my family. I picked up this for my son. He, you know, plays on one of my Switches, and he wanted a case. So I went out and I picked him up a case. I told him, whichever one you want, I'll go get it. And this is the one that he picked out. And this is this white Mario case, obviously with this red Mario. Just such a really cool case. This one definitely catches the eye. And I thought what was really cool is inside here, they have this guy just kind of hiding out there. So you got a Goomba inside. I thought that was really cool, just that little detail. But really happy to pick this up for him. So now he has his own case to put a Switch in, you know. And I also picked up a controller for my wife because they're, you know, she's constantly playing games with my son, like when I'm at work and stuff. So I figured I'd get her a controller. That way they don't always got to come and, you know, try to grab one of mine or whatever. That way they have some stuff they could just play with and have it with them. So I picked her up this one right here. Animal Crossing with KK on it. Really cool controller. Honestly, I almost picked this one up before for myself. I just love the color. I love that character KK with the guitar. Just looks absolutely awesome. And I think these ones are starting to kind of like phase out. I think they're kind of like selling them, the rest of them off, or like discontinuing them for like just different models. So I was glad to grab one of these before, you know, they kind of get harder to find. So absolutely awesome. So getting back to games, one that I picked up for the GameCube is Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, especially with the new Mario, you know, game coming out for the Nintendo Switch. I wanted to have, you know, the one for the GameCube to check out and, you know, play through leading up to the new Switch release. I really like these Mario sports games. They're always done with an excellent level of polish, so I really wanted to play this one and to have it in my collection. As you can see, I have this one in a plastic outer case, but this is a complete copy and it is in excellent condition. And now the next stuff is a bunch of Nintendo Switch games. The first one is one that when I found out about it, I pre-ordered it right away. It is actually a, re-release, well, a first release on Switch, but this game has been out before. I want to say it was on the PlayStation Vita, maybe other stuff, but it's an RPG. It's Saviors of Sapphire Wings and Stranger of Sword City Revisited. So that is really, really cool to have this on the Nintendo Switch. Let's see, this is an NIS America release, so really cool. The next one was a new copy. It wasn't sealed. I did get it from GameStop, and it was the last one they had, so I wound up getting the one they had on the shelf, and that is Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning. So definitely wanted to check this game out. This is an HD version, of a game that I believe was on maybe Xbox 360 and like PS3. Believe it's a higher resolution and maybe some DLC and stuff all thrown on to this one cartridge. So really cool to add this to the collection. The next one is an awesome franchise, and this game I wanted to get when it first was released, because I don't know how long it'll be like readily available to get. So I waited a while, and I figured it was time before it gets too hard to find, and that is Ys Origin. Now this is one that I did order online at Best Buy, and I have a feeling that this isn't going to be out too much longer. And it's gonna wind up, becoming one of those games that you wish you picked up. So Ys Origin, definitely glad I picked this guy up. The next one is a game that I actually waited, to play until, it was a digital game, and then I heard it was getting a physical release, and I actually held out hoping there would be a physical release because the game got so much high praise and stuff. I'm glad I waited. They finally released it. I did have this pre-ordered, and this is Hades. I cannot wait to play this game. I've heard so much awesome stuff about this. Glad I held out, didn't pick it up digitally, because now I have a physical copy to play whenever I want. So absolutely awesome. Hades, glad they came out with the physical edition of this. And another one, I did get this digitally, but they did come out with a physical version, but only through limited run. But nevertheless, I had to pick this up, and that is Blaster Master Zero. Because I did already purchase Blaster Master 1, but when I got that, they didn't have the second one, so I figured if I did see it again, I was definitely going to be picking this up. So glad to add Blaster Master Zero 2 to the collection. And this next one is one I, didn't order through limited run. I missed the release on it. And I seen at one point they had them at Best Buy, and for whatever reason, there was none by me. I don't know if there ever was. There was it said online they had one pretty far away, but I actually was gonna drive there. And I, tried to buy the copy online, basically so then I would have to go to that store to pick it up. But it said they didn't, I guess they didn't actually have it in stock. So something was up and they didn't have it. So I couldn't get it. And, the game was already demanding a little higher of a price than retail. And, I should have still just got it right then, because the game since has gone up in price, and I have a feeling it's going to just keep going up in price, and that is Blasphemous on the Nintendo Switch. This game looks absolutely awesome. I've heard so many good things about this, but I kept holding out until I got a physical version. So now I'm definitely going to be diving into this game. I've really been looking forward to playing this. This is going to be one of those games that wind up down the road becoming extremely pricey. So glad I picked this up. And you know, if this is a game you want to get physically, man, you know, it's already expensive, but get it now before it just keeps going up. And same with the getting pricey. This next one, absolutely outrageously priced. You know, these games are though, and I can't believe I missed this one. Recently, I did a video, you know, Switch games that are going up in price, basically rivaling retro game prices. And this was one, you know, a lot of you guys had told me about, and I was like, yeah, I think I have that. So I looked through my collection, I didn't have it, and I was shocked because I either have the rest of the games in the franchise, or, you know, I have them pre-ordered through limited run. But this one, I missed it, and oh man, I'm glad, or I was pissed I missed it, because man, this thing has just skyrocketed in price, and I was like, oh my God, you gotta be kidding. But I had to get this, and that is Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. These Shantae games, you know, just insane how these things just shoot up in price. They are absolutely awesome games, and you know, it's just crazy that these, you know, things are so high in demand. But you know, I figured I'd just bite the bullet and get this game before it becomes a game that's out of reach. So glad I finally have this in my collection. Like I said, I thought I already had it, but somehow this one escaped me. But not anymore. So now I'm going to show you guys the big, you know, some big box games that I picked up for Nintendo Switch. This first one is a recent release, and that is Story of Seasons, The Pioneers of Olive Town. Just one, they had an extra copy. They asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, yeah, you know what the hell, I'll pick this up. This one, I believe, comes with, let's see, a buffalo pocket plushie and a full color fabric wall hanging, you know, I guess poster or something. So some kind of like fabric poster or whatever. But nevertheless, pretty cool. This was basically the price of like just a, you know, a normal $60 game or whatever. So I was like, yeah, what the hell, I'll pick it up. And this next one is just one that the game art looks awesome, you know, and I don't know if they had I think this is the first time they had a physical version for this game, and when I seen that they did, I had to pick it up, and that is Hyper Light Drifter, the special edition. This game's artwork is just awesome, as you can see on the back of the box, and you know, this comes with some stuff: 2D soundtrack, a keychain, game manual, reversible cover, lenticular Rosetta Stone, and this really cool poster illustration. Like I said, this game's got awesome artwork. Even the front of the box looks so damn cool. Definitely glad that I snagged this one, you know, before it was too late, because I have a feeling these are going to be, you know, gone really freaking quick. And another one that I've seen so many people talk about, I have wanted to get this for a while. It's one that I did have in my, like, you know, shopping cart online a couple times. For whatever reason, I didn't pull the trigger, but I finally did now before it was too late. And that is Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, the Divine Edition. You know, this is an awesome looking box, you know, just with this like metallic sheen to it. Absolutely love it. The artwork is just killer, and I've heard nothing but good things about this game. I really like the art style. Before this game even released, I was like checking out, you know, reviews and previews of this game, because I just thought it looked so damn cool. So really glad to add this to my Switch collection. All right, so now I'm going to show you a couple games that, you know, I maybe already had, but just some games that I actually did get in a bundle, which I'll show you in a little bit. So the first one is Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U. You know, everybody knows this game by now. Absolutely awesome. Mario Party 10 for the Wii U. And I believe these are maybe complete copies. I forget what came with this stuff, if anything. I don't remember if anything came in here or not. Maybe those ones aren't complete, but this one is, and that's Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Absolutely fantastic platformer. I love this game. It's not easy, but man, it is really good. Definitely worth playing through. And this one is one I actually never had, so this is a new one to my collection, and that is Disney Planes. And this one has, you know, disc and manual. So I can't remember if the first two, you know, Mario Party 10 and Mario Kart 8 had any manuals or anything. This copy doesn't that I have there. I'll have to check on that, but regardless, I got them in a bundle. I'll show you that in a minute, but I want to show you guys this. This is something I've wanted for quite a long time. I am so happy to add this to my collection, and that is the Zelda Majora's Mask. This is the Skull Kid, the limited edition collectible figurine that comes with the game for the 3DS. Absolutely just gorgeous box. I love the Majora's Mask artwork, the colors. Just, I've been wanting this for quite a while, but it's something that, you know, it's not the cheapest. You know, not the most expensive Zelda stuff or anything, but still, it's not the cheapest. But I always did plan on getting this, but there were some other things that I wanted to get out of the way first. So I finally got those, so it was time to get this guy. So really happy to add this guy to my collection. And the next thing is basically a Zelda game, and you know what? I'm really close to having every Zelda, you know, release complete in box. But first, I had to get at least one copy of every Zelda game complete in the box. And now, as far as having at least one version of every game complete in box, I have completed that. So I have the Zelda Link's Awakening Deluxe Edition for the Game Boy Color, finally complete in box. So just so happy to finally have this in my collection. And this is the variant release, the one that came later. It's like, you can see it has like a matte finish. But I also got the original release, of Zelda Link's Awakening. Now this was the, you know, pretty much the release you would have got when it first came out, with the metallic, you know, Game Boy Color writing there with that nice metallic sheen on the box. Absolutely fantastic, and so happy to add these to my collection. This game has eluded me complete for quite a long time. Anytime I've ever went to get this, I've always had issues, and just winded up not getting it. Well, now, as you can see, now I have two copies of it. I have both versions, the day one release version, and the later version that came out with the matte finish. But really happy to have this in my collection, guys. So now, like I said, I have at least one version of every game complete in box for Zelda. There's only, I believe, like two other ones that I'm missing, and that's the original Legend of Zelda for the Game Boy Advance and the original release of Link's Awakening for the Game Boy. If I get those two games, I'll have every Zelda game that they released that was by Nintendo complete in box. Or Capcom, I guess. But no, I won't have Link, you know, Wand of Gamelon and all that stuff for the CDI. But all the normal releases, I'll have all of them. So that's really, really awesome. Alright, so now the reason that I had those Wii U games, you know, I got this in a bundle. This is something, man, I've wanted this for a long time, and I am so excited to finally have this in my collection. And that is the Legend of Zelda version of the Wii U. This is absolutely in mint condition. So I am so excited to finally have this. I currently have 3 Wii U's, but none of them was this version, the version that I've wanted for so long. When they discontinued the Wii U's, I even thought, man, I should just pick one of those up to just have it, because I love the box artwork. I thought the system looked awesome. So man, now I have one I can play on. Absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, this thing is freaking mint, man. I couldn't be more excited to have this. Here's the rest of it is in the box. This thing isn't 100% complete. Obviously, it does have the box and stuff. It has, all the parts and everything, but the paperwork and all that stuff isn't in there. But I did get this in a bundle. I got those Wii U games. I also, got the games that are installed on the system itself. This guy does have, let's see, the Wind Waker HD installed. It has Twilight Princess HD on it and Breath of the Wild installed on the system. So it's pretty much a Zelda machine. So yeah, really, really excited to have this in my collection finally. After all these years of just, really wanting to have this. Definitely not a cheap item, and that's what's kind of held me back. But there was other stuff that I wanted to add in my Zelda collection first. So now that I have a lot of that stuff, I'm getting towards some of the other things that are kind of left that I wanted to get. And man, I am so excited to finally have this guy. As you can see, this thing is in awesome condition. Fingerprint magnet, but really, really killer. But the last item I'm going to show you guys, just absolutely is fantastic. And that is this, a brand new one in the box. Never played before. And this thing is in just awesome condition. This one I actually got. I'm eventually going to have this thing graded. And I purchased that for that. So I didn't want to show this thing, at least until I got it in a plastic case, because I don't want to handle this thing too much, because I don't want to get it, I don't want it to have shelf wear or get beat up. So I was waiting to get the plastic for it. But I finally got this, man. Absolutely fantastic. So I have a brand new one in the box, and I also have one box that I could play if I want to. So super excited, guys. Like I said, this just is so freaking cool. This was a holy grail item for myself. So man, I can't even tell you how excited I am to finally have this stuff in my collection. The Majora's Mask, the Zelda limited edition or Zelda edition Wii U's, absolutely awesome. And that's really what I could not wait to show you guys. And for myself, man, that's just some of my, favorite items now in my collection. But let me know what you guys think of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching part 1 and, coming back to check out part 2. If you guys are new and you're not already subscribed, think about subscribing, guys. And like I said, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up. But that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm the War Train, and I'm out. Thanks for watching, guys.